Flames. We're joined by Liberty coach Carey Green, by sophomore guard Asia Boone, and by senior center Bella Smuda. We'll make sure the attending media here in Huntsville have the ability to ask their questions first, and we'll move to our Zoom audience. If you do have a question from our Zoom audience, it'd be most efficient if you can go ahead and start typing those into the chat function. If you don't mind, please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Thanks for your attendance. Thanks for your patience. Now we begin with an opening statement from Coach Green.
Well, I have to begin with to give God the glory for this opportunity and for this accomplishment. I've been really blessed working with a great group of young ladies and a great culture that they've built. And it wasn't just this season, it's been previous seasons, and we just continue to build. And I've got two great leaders right here beside me, and especially grateful for Bella, who stepped up when she could have hit the transfer portal or even just not went to school, and because she got her degree. But we're grateful for the leadership, and I really appreciate what they've been able to do as we've gone into a tough game. We had to defeat the defending champions, and that's what Middle Tennessee was. And we really played with a lot of energy, and they have a great team. And I really think that as we went into it, that top seed really helped us gain energy and rest, and to finish the game like it is. And real proud of this group.
Riley Klingman from the Liberty Champion. You described last night in your post-game presser that last year's championship game against Middle Tennessee was like sitting at the dinner table and not eating. Well, now you've sat at the dinner table and you've eaten a feast. So can you kind of describe how it feels on the other side of it this evening?
Well,
It's a funny quote.
I know I can speak for myself, but I'm probably speaking for everyone. We all like to eat, okay? I like to eat, and for that opportunity of having sweet victory and all that goes along with it, just made us hungry. I'm talking about eating. We're hungry to come back, because last year I felt like we played well one quarter. We didn't play well for 3 quarters, and their experience in the conference, we just weren't ready. We have to say we're not ready. But this year, as we started training and into the summer, we worked ourselves to being the champion, and we want to give God all the glory for that. So.
And then can you, this is for either of you guys, can you just take me back to the moment when Emma Hess hit that big 3-pointer? Like, what was going through your mind? Did you kind of know that you had the game won at that point?
Absolutely.
Anything else?
I just had, when she made it, I knew, because not only do I have a lot of faith in my senior that I've played for 2 years now, but she is a great player, a great teammate, and a great leader. And she had the privilege and the skill. I had no doubt that she was gonna make it. Like, there was no doubt in my mind. I'm like, oh, she's gonna miss. No. Like, I have so much faith in my senior that she was gonna make that shot, and she did. So I already knew.
Yeah, I think too. Also, when she had, I love defense, So I think
Yes.
the 3 was huge, but even more so when she had Gregory step out of bounds that last
Yes,
few
that was the
seconds.
biggest
That's when I
one.
was like, okay, we're good. I think that, and so shout out to Emma for that. I like
Yeah.
everything she said about her, just being a leader, and when you're a senior, it's different. You step up a little differently to these big moments, and so I think she definitely did that today, and I'm glad that you did, because now we can celebrate like this.
Yeah.
Bella, you talk about being a senior, and
Yeah.
you've been here your entire career, and Liberty won a lot of championships before you got here, and it's been a little bit of a drought for a few years. But
Yeah.
just how sweet is it to get it this year?
Yeah, this has been my all I've been thinking about for the last year. Since I was in this, me and Asia were talking about it. Like, we were in this press conference room last year with different results, and that's when I think it kind of began. Like, okay, like I wanted to come back with Liberty and win a championship with Liberty, because I haven't, I've lost. I kind of said it earlier, but I lost 3 different times in a championship, and it's a hard, sad, terrible feeling. I know how it feels to lose in a championship, and so do a lot of our other seniors as well. And I wanted to, get one with these girls, because everyone was so bought in, and so they worked so hard, and I'm so glad that we were able to do it. And I feel like we really did it as a team. And like, I know, like everyone, like I said this in our last press conference, like we don't have a star player. Like everybody can be a star at any moment, and I think that's what makes us like so special.
And adding on to that, when we were in this exact position, but the other team, and I got the feeling when we won this championship, 2 thoughts that came in my head was, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Because he has gotten us through everything that we have faced this whole season. And 2, a setback is a good setup for a good comeback. So we had that hunger the entire season. We even had the 2nd place trophy standing up in the front of our locker room every time we walked in, knowing that like, hey, this is our goal. Like every time we walk into practice, the hunger should be there every single time. That 95% coach is always talking about should be there. So we just we
now
did
we're
it.
bringing home a 1st place trophy.
Yep.
We can replace the 2nd place trophy after. Because we had it in our locker room, and it had the Post-it note on it says, "Look at this every day
Every
for
day."
motivation."
Yep.
And we definitely did that. And now we have a 1st place trophy, and it's so much nicer. And it's so heavy, guys. I did not realize how heavy it was.
Yeah, I was holding it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was very heavy.
And Coach, for you, you've obviously had a lot of success in your career, but it's been a little bit of a drought, 7 years since your last title. How sweet is this one? Are you able to maybe appreciate it a little bit more?
I certainly appreciate it. I appreciate it every year. We work hard, and I want them to experience it. And when I hear Bella said, "Hey, I've never experienced it," she gets to go to the NCAA. She's a sophomore going to the NCAA. I want them to experience that, because God has blessed me, and not because we didn't get there. We had some good teams. We're in the championship game. Just for some reason we can't close it out. That's God's will. I'm thrilled for them. I've had those experiences. I've had Sweet 16, by the way. We'll see if we can go a little bit farther. Coach Katie will keep throwing it up on you. Sweet 16 experience, and we know how hard it is to get there. This is a special group. I'm grateful for them, and really all the teams came before. We're always building and developing, and I'm very proud of how hard they work. And you talk about being there, not winning, but we're there. Some teams, take the dive, and they just fall off the face of the earth. We've been right there in the Big South, ASUN, and for 2 years in Conference USA, which I think is a progressive conference. I know it's a progressive conference, and it's stronger challenges, and it seems like there's parity all the way through it, and you've got to come to play. Plus, the travel's brutal. Oh man, it's brutal, and to get a #1 seed and then come in here and secure it with tournament play, I'm so proud of them. And I looked down through the year, and Bella she was just 4 for 4 on the foul line, and had a double-double, 13 rebounds, 10 points, and real proud of the girls were 10 for 10 from the foul line. And those free throws meant a lot, when you win by 5.
It's the beat the pro.
Yes, I beat the pro.
Yeah, you beat the pro today.
Definitely.
Other questions? Anything at the chat room?
Yes, this is from Bryson Gordon with the News and Advance. Coach Leclerc, what do you think it says about the team to achieve this title in such a fashion over last week? A 27-point win over NTSU last week to win a share of the regular season title, and having a chance to play them again in the title game.
Well, what it says about them is they continued to improve, and I'm so proud of how we use this number 95 how they were focused. And what does that mean? The 95 means that we want to make shots, but why would we let a shot that we miss impact us when we may only have the ball 5% of the time in our hands? So there's 95% of running down the floor, blocking a shot, and getting a rebound, and setting a good screen, and making the right pass. The team has stayed focused and eliminated a lot of the noise. And the noise can come from right here, ourselves. It can come from a mother or a dad or a grandparent, people that love us. It can even come from coaches who love them and really want to put them in the right position. I'm just glad that they've locked in and they continued to improve and stay focused. I look back, I told them in the locker room before the game, I said, I didn't realize how special they are when we lose by 1 on the road. Later, we win on a last-second shot by Bella on the road by 2. And then we come home, and we have the number 1 seed at home, and we really, as the old country people would say, we hunkered down and played some defense, okay? Played good defense there in that period of time. And then had to come right back with that sky-high win on the road last second, sky-high, beat the number 1 seed at that point in time, and then walk into a game 2 days later against a very good 3rd-seeded Western Kentucky who had beaten Middle. And how could we get up for that? Fell down 14, and they fought back and won. I just knew right then that the mental things and the distractions they were going through, if they could get through them, and they did, we'd be okay. Real proud of them.
Any more questions? Folks, thanks for being here. You're only missing the party down the hall.